Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is G. Cole, and welcome to Homegrown, where I get to share with you some good music while talking to some great people. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do, so we can keep you updated when new material is available. We will be posting new episodes bi-weekly. Also, check out the website Homegrown with G. Cole to listen and for all things homegrown. We're also very, very interactive. Please follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook at MyGCole. And there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has indeed been a pleasure. Remember, be safe, be kind, and be good to each other. My name is G. Cole, and this is Homegrown.
Shop, shabby dub, shop, shabby dabby dub, shop, shabby dub, where? Shop, shabby dub, shop, shabby dabby dub, shabba die. If I ever walk out that door, I won't be coming back no more. Used to leave some roses by your door, but now that you've gone, I won't be coming back for more. Cause you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. Yes, you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. When I see you walking at the bar, you turned away and treat me like a scrub. We know that our feelings are gone, but now that you've come, you should be the only one. Cause you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. Yes, you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. Cause you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. Yes, you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. Oh, I wish tonight I could have you. Oh, the love we made was so. Oh, I wish tonight I could have you. Cause you hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. Yes, you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. Cause you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me.
It's Uncle Sam, ladies and gentlemen. Them said they want it from the top. I got you covered, man. It's a spanking new one. Got a nice vibe for you tonight. Nice conversation, nice energy. You don't know the thing set up. Yeah, man.
Shop, shabby dub, shop, shabby dabby dub, shop, shabby dub, where? Shop, shabby dub, shop, shabby dabby dub, shabba die. If I ever walk out that door, I won't be coming back no more. Used to leave some roses by your door, but now that you've gone, I won't be coming back for more. Cause you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. Yes, you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad.
Walk on, Robbie. What up, Paul?
You walking at the
good to see you all, man. Trust me.
You turned away and treat me like a scrub. We know that our feelings are gone, but now that you've come, you should be the only one. Cause you've hurt me, you've cheated, you've treated me bad. Yes, you've hurt me, you've cheated. treated me bad. Cause you hurt me, you cheated
Hey, Sean, man, what go on, Empress?
me bad.
What up?
Yes, you hurt me, you treated, you treated.
Take a minute to tell your friends to tell their friends to join us here. Hey, Donna.
Girl, the love we've had is good. Oh, I wish tonight I could have you. The love we made was good. Oh, I wish tonight I could have you. But you hurt me, you treated me bad. Yes, you hurt me, you treated me bad. Cause you hurt me, you treated me bad. Yes, you
Got another brand new joint for you, ladies and gentlemen. This one is SDS. All right, the brand spanking new single is called Job by My Side.
With Jaya by my side, I am gonna be alright. Yes, I will. I know I will. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With Jaya by my side, I am gonna be alright. Yes, I will. Listen to me good, cause Jah is by my side. I won't be afraid, no, of the terror that crawleth by night, no, the arrow by day. Yeah, with Jah by my side, I won't be afraid, no, of the terror that crawleth by night, no, the arrow by day. Yeah. Can I fear where the people that they said my Jah is stronger in every way? Met the news, people chatting, no response to that. I know that everything will be okay.
Look how many storms you've already been through. Not one of them ever conquered you.
Some battles you fight on your knees, then you cut and go through. Cut and go through. Cause yeah, I won't be afraid, no, of the terror that crawleth by night, or the arrow by day. Cause Jah is by my side, I won't be afraid, no, of the terror that crawleth by night, or the arrow by day. Whoa, with Jah by my side, we're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. With Jah by my side, we're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright.
Been a minute or two, Robbie.
This is a serious time we are living in. Can't trust no one, can't fool again.
Can't let the world bring us to our knees.
Big tune, big tune, big tune.
With Jah by my side, I am gonna be alright. Yes, I will. I know I will. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With Jah by my side, I am gonna be alright. Yes, I will. Listen to me good, cause Jah is by my side.
Lots of DJ Lance
I won't be afraid
every time.
of the terror that crawleth by night, no, the arrow by day. Yeah, with Jah by my side,
We're gonna be opening up the phone lines today,
I
huh?
won't be afraid
Y'all gonna give me your take on what's going on.
of the terror that crawleth by
Yes, man.
the arrow by
It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe.
day. Oh, can I fear where the people that they say my Jah is stronger in every way? Met the news, people chatting, no response to that. I know that everything will be okay.
Look how many storms you've already been through. Not one of them never conquered you.
Some battles you fight on your knees, then you cut and go through.
Cut and got you.
Jah,
Jai's by my side.
I won't be afraid
I definitely won't be afraid, all right?
of the terror that crawled it by night or the arrow by day. Cause Jah is by my side. I won't be afraid, no, of the terror that crawled it by night or the arrow by day. Whoa,
Now you're by my side. We're gonna be alright.
gonna be alright.
Alright.
It's Dottie. It's Suzanne Sultry. It's Shauna Dazzle. It's SDS. Jah by my side.
This is a serious time we are living in. Can't trust no one, can't fool again.
Can't let the world bring us to our knees with fear and uncertainty.
We have been know with Jah by our side. We will overcome, we will survive.
No kind of obstacles, no kind of barrier. We are gonna be alright.
Jah is by my side. Jah is by my side. I won't be afraid.
I won't be afraid
of the terror that crawled it by night or the arrow by day. Yeah, with Jah by my side.
Jah is by my side.
I won't be afraid.
I won't be
afraid of the terror that crawled it by night or the arrow by day.
Ooh,
Nothing
Written and produced.
nothing
Shauna Dazzle.
right.
Sitting in the producer's chair for this one.
No.
Big things, big truth, big vibes.
fire I trust.
I'm feeling this one. Wagwan Orel.
Nothing can come.
Nothing can conquer us. Nothing can conquer us.
Nothing can conquer. I
Only
only
the
fire
fire
I trust
the
in
Most High.
Cause Jah is by my side.
Jah is by my
Yeah,
side.
I won't be afraid.
I won't be afraid.
Not of the terror, no. Not of the arrow, no. With Jah by my side. Yeah,
by my side.
I won't be afraid.
This is Wayne Warner saying J Code, legal businessman. Bang, bang, boom.
I mean say this a protege, homegrown with G Cole, what you say, but make them know what reggae music we a play, this is Protege, the one and only representing for G Cole, you know. Check it, ease out.
And we said them not got no style like we. G Cole, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Accurate, Kabaka Pyramid representing for the #1 selector and radio host. It's all about G Cole. Keep it locked. Accurate.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kali. I'm hanging out with your boy G Cole on the Homegrown Show.
Yes. Welcome one and all to Homegrown with G Cole. Coming to the Massive and crew right now across the globe. I appreciate y'all big time, man. Everybody watching in on social media, everybody listening in on radio. I appreciate y'all. Get my share on right now. So take a second, take a minute to share with your friends. Tell your friends to tell their friends that this is where it's at. All right. Tonight we're just going with a Friday evening vibe. Drop some joints, some new joints. You just heard something brand spanking new from SDS. It's called Jah by My Side. All right. I'm really feeling that joint. I like the message. I like the vibe. I like the energy. I like what they bring into the table with that one. I got to lodge up everybody over there at Reggae Global doing their thing. All right. I want to lodge up Ed Robinson. I want to lodge up Jonah Marie. Kevin Stowe, what's good? Of course, Mr. Marlon Burrell. Everybody, man. Everybody. Also want to say, lodge up to all my frontline people, my first responders, my paramedics, my firefighters, my nurses, my doctors. You know what I mean? The good law enforcement people. Those people that just do what they do to keep us here and keep us going. All right. I want to say much thanks, much love, much respect to all the people out there that just keep us sane. You know what I mean? Everybody, people at the grocery store, the restaurant folks, the cab drivers, the delivery drivers, everybody out there. You know, the world is carrying on right about now. And of course, we got to do that. We got to do it. Well, go on, Coach. Lodge up every time. All right. just everybody, man, doing their part. Educators. All right, my healthcare workers, my healthcare professionals. As a matter of fact, if you know a healthcare worker, if you know an educator, a guidance counselor, a social worker, whatever you want to shout them out, put it in here. I'm gonna drop it on the screen. Let them know that you're showing them mad love. All right, because they deserve it. All right, we got all kind of things going on right now. Some people want to get back in school. Some people don't. You know what I mean? Trying to play it safe. I said, listen, I don't want some child go. You know what I mean? Go out there and yes, they're kids and they might be a little more like the bounce back and whatever, but people are scared, man. People are concerned. They don't want you to go out there and bring something back home to grandma or to mom or to dad or whomever might not be as resilient, because it is what it is. A life, a sort of thing. You know what I mean? There's different opinions on things, and sometimes we just got to realize that it is opinion. Some people say it's scientifically based, some say it's not. Either way, it's an opinion. All right. There's a lot of things out there that we don't know, and the little that we do know is scaring people half to death. All right. So just be responsible. Do what you got to do out there. Be responsible. Think about everybody else. Wear those masks. You know what I mean? Protect yourself. Protect people from you. You never know. You just never know. When we walk around reckless and careless, that's when things get a little worse. You know what I mean? We'll never promote and induce panic mode, but I'm trying to be here. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be around. That's all I gotta say. All right. That's all I gotta say. Now, politics and music has always had a strange relationship. We talk about them days of even Bob Marley performing and trying to, unite. You remember the Unity Fest and all them things. It comes. It's powerful. This music is. And we see now a bag of controversy coming around artists doing dubs for political parties and so forth. People say, yo, get your hustle on, do what you got to do, eat that food there. And then some people say, nah, man, because it's giving you some form of aligning and alliance with political parties and so forth, But I just want to big up everybody. Ja Prince, so I'll go on, brother. Good to see you. All my massive crew in Canada right now. California's here. Miami's here. Fort Lauderdale's locked in. Hawaii. I see Atlanta, Georgia. Where you at? Got some brand spanking new joints. I got a brand new rhythm. Some fresh tunes. About to hit the streets on you, all right? Check this one out, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it moving, keep it grooving. It's Everton Blender.
Guide me, oh Father, from the wicked, from my enemies. Guide me, Father. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. In the you got to be aware of the devil. You got to be aware of. You got to be aware of the devil. Got to be aware.
Lots of my brother Paul Anthony every time.
Got to be aware of.
Got to be a winner.
Got to be aware of. You got to be aware of.
Hey Julianne, how are you, sweetie?
Be aware of.
Mud.
Hear my voice, oh Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemies, because they come in different forms, trying to hurt you. If they are not,
what up, Christine? Christine's baked goods and brownies are still on my mind.
Be aware of the devil. Got to be aware of. You got to be aware of the devil. Got to be aware of.
No, so we got to.
Guide me, oh Father, from the wicked, from my enemies. Guide me, Father. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
That one, yeah, man.
From the insurrection.
Brand spanking new joints, ladies and gentlemen, with Vladimir the Hard Drives. We got them, they ain't out yet.
You got to be aware of the devil. You got to be aware of. You got to be aware of the devil. Got to be aware of. You got to be aware of the devil. Got to be aware of. You got to be aware of the devil. Got to be aware.
Gotta be aware of the devil, man.
Hear my voice, oh Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemies, because they come in different form, trying to hurt you. If they are not with you, then they must be against you. Got to be aware of the devil, got to be aware of. You got to be aware of the devil, got to be aware of. You got to be aware of the devil.
Not like one of the maddest things coming from Everton in a minute, not you.
You got to be a
Prolific hit maker,
the devil.
legend in his own right. That one, yeah, fresh.
They're encouraged not to do good, always doing evil things. I know that they will come, them a go melt like butter then sun. I know the Father is watching you and me. So people be careful of the evil things that you do. You got to be aware
A
of.
lot of my UK folks.
You got to be aware of.
Where I talk about, man?
You got to be aware.
What up, Hope? How are ya?
Devil got
Lot of Jarena, Matthew Caden.
You got to be aware of.
Yeah, man.
The devil got to be aware of. You got to be aware of. The devil got to be aware of. Just because they need vanity, they do anything to get it. But you can't bow yourself just for the money. You have to have love for your brothers and your sisters. Can't you see they are killing off our mothers? Yeah, got to be aware of the devil. Got to be aware.
Give thanks for all the messages, man. I appreciate you big time.
Be aware of.
Them said no, said them none of the politics thing.
Be aware.
But people gotta get a hustle on, though, not you.
You got to be aware of.
It's a crazy topic, crazy times.
Aware of. You got to be aware of.
Slide into this one too. To be commercial, ladies and gentlemen, Fresh Chose.
Anything, baby, I do anything for you, 'cause you're mine. Ooh, anything, anything, yeah, 'cause you're worth it all. If I had a car, I would drive to you, pick up my glove and fight for you, turn the day into night for you, 'cause you're worth it all. You know you make me weak, make my wrongs and the right for you. When we making love, I do it right for you. Anything you want, baby, I will do for you, for you. Love is blind, but I don't mind, baby. Don't mind giving you all my time, baby. Make your request, I won't decline, baby. Anything for you, anything.
My name's Tamika Marshall.
Baby, I do anything for
This is a big one.
you.
A big one, you know what I mean? Oh, Joe.
Ooh,
Big up my Coconut Creek people. Coral Springs, I see Plantation, Sunrise, Florida. Out of Jacksonville every time. Orlando, DeLandel, Tona.
if I had a car, I would drive to you, pick up my glove and fight for you, turn the day into night for you, 'cause you're worth it all. You know you make me weak, make my wrongs and the right for you. When we making love, I do it right for you. Anything you want, baby, I will do for you, for you. Love is blind, but I don't mind, baby. Don't mind giving you all my time, baby. Make your request, I won't decline, baby. Anything for you, anything for you. If I can make it, I would try, baby. And you know the reason why. The knot that we got too tight, baby. Anything for you, anything for you. If I had a car, I would drive to you, pick up my glove and fight for you, turn the day into night for you, 'cause you're worth it all. You know you make me weak, make my wrongs and the right for you. When we're making love, I do it right for you. Anything you want, baby, I will do for you. Couldn't see you for some weeks, doesn't mean me up for cheese. This promise we go keep just to keep you in the seats. My exes get the lead, couldn't keep my manners weak. They got nothing on you, baby. Just wanted you to see we could forever be. If you decide to leave, just remember that with me you could ask for anything and get it guaranteed. Anything for you, anything for you, baby. find a car, I will drive to you. Pick up my glove and fight for you. Turn the day into night for you. Cause you're worth it, dog. You know you make me weak. Make my wrongs and I right for you. When we making love, I do it right for you. Anything you want, baby, I will do for you.
So here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Here we're going right about now. We got this brand spanking new fresh rhythm. When we say fresh, I mean fresh off the press. Here's how fresh it is. We do the pre-release joints. You know what I mean? We get into the hard drives. We jack the thing. Russian Connects large up the thing for me. Big up yourself, Vladimir. You know what I mean? But this rhythm. It's called Hard Time. You know what I mean? Hard Time. And of course, you've heard the name Dr. Love. You know what I mean? The ever controversial person on the vlogs, on the airwaves, and so forth. You know what I mean? Stirring it up. All right. And of course, he's in the producer's chair right about now. So we're going to chop it up with him because this is his rhythm. And there's a couple of other bad joints on there that we're going to get into. A couple of fly joints we're going to get into. But before we do none of that, we got to get into the conversation. Not true. We got to talk to the man himself, you know. All right. Dr. Love, Wagwan King, can you hear me?
What's going on, brother? Everything good, right? I'm there at a beautiful place at Fort Cheerios right now.
Cool, no, man. You know, that's my hometown, brother. I'm a hometown, that, you know. So,
yeah, my place nice, man. Out the door sitting looking right now.
Cool, no, man. Well, first of all, welcome you to the show, sir. The Homegrown with G Cole, and congrats on the rhythm.
Thanks for having me, man.
Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much.
It a spunk, it proper. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. It a spunk, it proper. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. The rhythm, it's sweet. It's one of them nice one. Trust me, ready for the juggling. Is this your first full-length release? I know you've dropped singles of your own, but is this your first full-length release, like a rhythm that you put out with other artists on it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is the first rhythm I'm releasing. It's like 4 rhythm I have, but this one is the first one I'm releasing from out of the 4.
Wow. Well, you're starting off right. If this is the first one, you're starting off right. No pressure, but you don't know. It's got to be uphill from here, not you?
Yeah, man, it got to be up, man. It's nothing but quality and authentic, man. Nothing half.
I love it, bro. Here's the thing, though. I went through a couple of the songs, listening to the songs like Mr. Love Them, every last one, names that we know, names we don't know. And this rhythm is not a situation where, you know, okay, we got a couple of big names and they're going to deliver, and then everybody else will just throw them out like a juggling and get them on like a Blythe and put them on. Everything is spanking. Let me say everything I spank. How difficult was it, if it was at all? Was it difficult for choose who are the artists you want to put on the rhythm?
To be honest with you, it was very easy. You know, it was like a 1, 2, 3. To be honest with you, I thought it would have been difficult, but you know, when the spirit talked to me in the beginning about this whole project, I figured it was gonna be easy, and it had been easy. I can't believe that it was so easy. And I see people put a rhythm and go through all of this and all that, and it was just a phone call. It's just a phone call, and the loyalty and the quality of the rhythm. The rhythm alone speaks for itself.
Right. It is. And that's the thing about good artists, talented artists, is if you send them a project, if you send them a rhythm and it really, really is that quality, then everything can go aside, everything can get swept away, and we're going to get down to business. Now, the world seems to be loving it because I've been reading the write-ups and stuff like that. One of the big singles from one of the big artists on the rhythm is a song named Entanglement, courtesy of Mr. Vegas. You know what I mean? Now we have to August Alsina, Entanglement. Now, before we even drop that tune there for the masses, I mean, it's in there in the media, so we can all talk about it. I'm going to say, you and Mr. Vegas never to I say eye to nose or eye to eye or eye to ears. But, you know, here he is, one of the premier features on this album. Talk to me about that.
Well, you know, over 8 years, you know, we haven't really had a conversation, but you know what happened? It's as me as I say, Vegas a bad breed, and me a bad breed, you know. We just speak our mind, and we don't really hold no grudge against anyone. And you know, I reach out to management, then reach out to him, and he just said yes. If he wasn't gonna do it, he would have said no, and I was surprised. And then in no time, I have a vocal in my WhatsApp, and I couldn't even believe it when I get the vocal and the quality of the music and the kind of music that he put on the rhythm. So it was everything. This whole project is just so smooth and so easy. And them like the rhythm. Everybody said the rhythm a shot. So, you know, I mean, it wasn't bad, and I really appreciate Vegas and everyone else, you know, coming on the project and making this possible for me. And this to show you that young talent out there, young producers out there, don't ever stop at the door. Continue moving, because you never know. Sometimes all you have to do is open your mouth and just talk, and you never know what can happen.
I 100% agree, and it's also a testament to this. And I'm gonna tell you something. Like you say, you're talking about an artist that has a major platform and a major opinion. You don't know me, Vegas. You have your opinion all day, all night. Him is another brother who have opinion all day, all night too. But
right.
when you think about this thing called respect, a lot of times people think that because me and you are a friend, because we're not chopping it up each day on the phone, that I don't have respect for you. And what this says to me pretty much is, throughout this period of time, even if there was an issue professionally, issue personally, there was respect, because if a person never respected that tune would have never happened. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I greatly believe that as over respect, and a person can see past things and look within things and say, so the youth are one good youth and so forth. And that is a great thing about it and all that. And like, people would always beat somebody bad and say something, but at the end of the day, look at where I'm coming from, look at where I'm at now, look at where I'm going.
I dig it. And what makes me dig it so much is because I had no idea you produced music, because of course, me, like most of the people out here in the stratosphere, we know of Dr. Love as the vlogging and the ever controversial. Sometimes I wonder if I just sit down at home sometimes and say, something, I heard them people head, I'm gonna just put out something out there, because I used to read some stuff and I'm dead with laugh. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's hilarious, but I didn't know. I had no idea that you were so into the music production. And again, I'm amazed, because you said this is the first project, bro. I am just when I say I'm amazed, not just by the songs, the artist, but if we strip them all away and listen to the rhythm, is a really, really good rhythm. Talk to me about production credits and in terms of musicians and so forth. This sound like a live rhythm.
Yeah, it's a live rhythm, and I have to give it to Vijan in Guyana. That rhythm was built. All my rhythm is built in Guyana.
Wow.
Because sometimes when you go to Jamaica to build the rhythm, them are no principle. Them take forever for everything, and everything is the same thing. So I went to Guyana, and I'm getting all these qualities. All my mixes are coming from Guyana. Everything is coming from out of Guyana, and I appreciate them, and they actually appreciate reggae music more than some of us appreciate it. So I decided I'm not going to do the computer rhythm, because I don't like computer rhythm. Even when I go to Europe and tour, it's like the computer rhythm always have a problem for the musician to play it. So I decided everything I'm putting out, it got to be live, authentic rhythm that's been missing. I want to bring a difference in music and bring back something that people can listen to and money can make and everybody can be happy.
Right. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. And in order to generate what we need to generate, the first step of business is let's do some quality business. And this is some quality business.
Right.
So big up to the band in Guyana. They did their thing on this one. Big up to you for orchestrating the thing. And of course, big up to the artists them for doing what they do. Were there any artists that you wanted to get on and it never worked out? I'm not going to ask you about the artists who want to get on and put them on, because we don't want to not. But was there any artists that you wanted to get on the rhythm and it never worked out?
Yeah, I link few artists and ask them for strength and them tell me say yes. And for sudden now, when time come, them are telling me say, boy, I'm in a voice right now in Dr. Love, because I'm a producer this and producer that and management this and now. They didn't go to the studio. It's so funny. When the first song with me, because it started with me and Ginger, big up to Ginger, because Ginger have graced this rhythm and blessed this rhythm. We are the first, he's the first artist to voice with me a combination. And when it went to Mixing Lab and so forth, other big artists, female artists, went to Mixing Lab and hear it and asked about the rhythm, and them linked me about the rhythm, and I said, no, me don't want them for my rhythm. Me not interested in them for my rhythm, because me ask them about it in the beginning, then tell me no. So remain in the same seat and just remain no, because me go say no.
Right. We say hold that same energy now that the rhythm is coming out that you held from morning. Isn't it amazing though? Isn't it amazing how this business, this culture, how we operate in terms of a lot of times people, them don't want to step with you until you're stepping high. You know what I mean? It's like nobody wants to step in on that ground floor with you and say, something, first production, where you say not a big name in terms of producer. You are a big name in the industry, entertainment wise,
right?
But it's not a big name as a producer. So you come to them and say, boy, let's do some work. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you put your talent on everything, but them could have listened to the rhythm. And then even if they told you no, they weren't feeling it, then it's a different thing. But to say, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then get a 6 for the 9 or the stiff arm, that's just that's one of the things that's crippling our business right about now. it ain't cool.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's a big problem within our business, within our music industry. You know what? And I decided that I'm going to show them that I can bring the music out of the US into Jamaica and from Jamaica into the rest of the world. Because everything been produced from here and everything is like a fast, everything is just like fast dollars. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to sit right behind my car seat as I'm living in my car and be a producer and still do my construction and still be a producer and look at all the artists them and the rhythms. It is amazing of all these artists. And what's going to shock the whole world, people going to listen to the rhythm and the song them and listen and nice. But guess what? When they really do the paperwork and go check and they realize, really, is this the same person and so forth? That is when you know their life is moving forward. You change on people and you come back and give them something quality for them to remember. They remember the negative. So let's see how much of them support me with the negative, if they are support me with the positive. But at the end of the day, the negative is a season on the meat. I need all the negative comments and I need all the people with bad things to say because without them, the rhythm is not gonna bust.
I love that. I love that. And you're absolutely right. And it's amazing, you know, the click and the support that when you're saying negative things, sometimes it comes a lot easier and a lot quicker than garnering that when you're saying the good things, you know, because people sometimes, you know, them just want some passa and some so, you know what I'm saying? But when you come with the real deal,
which is true.
Yeah. But let me ask you this though.
That's why I stopped for 2 years.
Yeah, because you were missing off of the scene for a minute. You know what I mean? But I see you weren't really missing.
I went to revamp myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been working on things. So I decided I put more time into my construction, and then after that, I decided, all right, I'm gonna do something different, and it's all worth it. It comes out so good at the end of the day.
I love it. Do you think do you think that any of the pushback and the hesitation that you got from any of the artists was because they still tied you into the previous things and the previous, you know what I mean, actions and words and whatever? Was that what it was? Or do you think it was just an uncertainty in terms of they don't know if you as a producer?
What was that? Can you repeat that again?
No, I'm saying when you were getting the resistance, or at least, you know what I mean, people not responding the way you want them to respond, do you think it was more so because of the past and what Dr. Love represented in the past, or was it more so the fact that, you know, me don't know if Dr. Love as a producer?
No, there is, because some of them only want people to use. They want to call me and ask them to promote their music and ask me to go on social media and build. I build scripts for a lot of people. I can say that on live. I build a lot of scripts for a lot of artists. A lot of passa I build for them. So one time I realized that I use me to build scripts and all that. And when I need them, there's nowhere to be found. It's not a matter of my past. Because just my past is nothing different from everybody else in the music industry. The difference is some of them just bad mind and some of them just don't know what they want. And some of them, there's so much problem with them and so forth. So when everybody, because when I call Anthony B, it was like 1, 2, 3. Tony River 1, 2, 3. David 1, 2, 3. Esco Levi 1, 2, 3. Everybody was so smooth, no problem. Nobody. The people who resist is the people who nothing going on. I don't want nothing going on for them. They're just there.
Yeah.
You know, they're not relevant. They live by the gossip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's too bad, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're chopping it up right about now with Dr. Love. All right, you see me put on here the ever controversial but talented, right now sliding into the producer's seat, the producer's chair, and dropping this big body rhythm hard time. Want me to say, all the tune I'm a splash. You ain't gonna get everything off of the rhythm tonight, but guess what? When it a drop officially, because I know the Vegas tune is out, which we'll get to. When is it dropping officially?
I want to drop it to the end of September to the beginning of October, because I am waiting on one of the Marleys right now to give me her vocal, and I think I'm in the process of getting it. It's looking good and all of that. So I would say the end of September to the beginning of October. The reason why I have not released it already, because I don't want to put this rhythm out there. Don't have the paperwork right. Don't do things right and just put it up because don't want to put out a rhythm. I want to make sure that every corner, every syrup is catch, every drink of water is catch wherever it is. So I'm taking the time and go through the right protocol, make sure the lawyer, everybody's on board, and make sure everything is right before everything goes. Because if I drop dead tomorrow morning, my kids have to eat, and all these artists have to eat.
Yeah. I dig that.
You know what I mean? And
that's something that most artists and producers need to think about too, because I have producers right now, some putting out projects for the first time, some putting out projects for the 10th time. And there's that little bit of impatience, that there's that little bit of, you can't say indiscipline too, because they got a track or two.
Right.
And the whole project, the whole paperwork, everything's not ready yet. But it's like they're itching and scratching and can't contain it. So I'm have to leak it, I'm have to send it out. And I'm like, yo, is everything taken care of paperwork wise or whatever the case may be? Nah, we're not do that yet. But it makes no sense. So I love the fact that you're approaching it this way. Now, is it just Dr. Love trying to make sure we're doing the thing the right way, or is it your years of experience on the other side of the business making you know, say, you know something, it's either been done right or not being done at all?
Well, it's year of experience, and not only that too. I see so many artists pass away and they leave nothing, and people take their rights and all that. And some of these biggest reggae songs that you hear out there and so forth, they're not registered. These artists don't know anything about the song. They just have a song. And this is some artists just want to have a song on the radio, so they have a hit song, and they might perform for a couple shows, and one and two girls flat them, and they have to watch her and some hot jury, and that's about it. So I want to go about the business way, because what for say I released this rhythm and from my morning, look at Sister Nancy, for example. Her song that she did years ago, it featured and all that, and she ended up get a lot of money for it and so forth. So again, the same thing. So if my rhythm now end up in a soundtrack or so forth, in a register, nothing at all about the rhythm, and what's gonna happen? Then any man can say anyone, and I got nothing. So you have to go through the court, and I don't have time for that. So I just want to follow the right protocol, and the fact that these artists have given me their vocal and working with me, I have to make sure everything is right, because at the end of the day, we all have to eat and we all have to be comfortable.
I love that. So you have a responsibility to them also to make sure it's done right.
Right, the responsibility is just like a doctor. You know what I mean? You go to a doctor, you're sick, you need to do a surgery, and so you put in everything in a doctor. And so at the end of the day, I want to make sure that everything is right. I mean, if a man come to me and say, well, you know, John Brown had this, at least I can say, okay, this is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So I have my part. I have to play a big part, because if I didn't give them this rhythm, they would be still voicing for other people, but they wouldn't know about this rhythm. They wouldn't voice it for me. So at the end of the day, I got to make sure I do everything right.
I love it. 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 Now, we talk about in Jamaica right now, you know, the world at large, where we have this pandemic going on. In addition to all the other craziness that's going on, you know what I mean? There's racial issues going on right about now, issues with cops and the general populace and all them. When it comes to artists and the music business and the scene right now in Jamaica, as everything has slowed down, what's your observation? How's everything looking right now musically and just for artists in general? Right about now, we both know most of the revenue from these things, unless something major happens, like you mentioned, like a soundtrack or somebody major picks it up. A lot of times the revenue from these things come from mechanical royalties, but more so performances and stuff like that. With a lot of that not going on right about now, what does the scene look like in Jamaica right now for music?
Well, the scene in Jamaica is good, but you know what happened? I am really glad that COVID came in. It has been a blessing for me, and it has been a blessing for a lot of people. COVID coming in have changed a lot of things. Like these artists is too worthless. Not only that, they're too worthless and so forth. This shows them that you're not bigger than anybody and so forth. This shows you that this is the time to revamp. Take the time to learn the business. Take the time to register your stuff. Take the time to find a different avenue to make money. All artists that are not selling platinum and millions of dollars, you should have a 9-to-5 job. Get a 9-to-5 job. That means that when one thing fails, you have something to back it up. Because none of them sit down right now, they can't buy chicken back.
Wow.
As cheap as it is.
Wow.
And down here, I mean, everybody's up and down. Music is up and down. But artists are called people and beg them $50 and $20 and so forth. Them broke. Because guess what happened? Them only put their egg in one basket. So right now I'm down in Jamaica right now, and I'm not in currency. I'm out of currency. I'm fine and I'm up and down and all that now. You know what I mean? And it's everything just look normal to me. Everybody talk about them business. I mean, you know, we talk to 1 and 2 artists, them good. Like the good artists like Bantan League, them we're all right. And, you know what I mean? Them doing great. They don't really bother them. But the one that were broke and pauperized, those are the ones that's always going to be, because it had been a problem before COVID, and it's going to be a problem for them after COVID unless they change their life or change their lifestyle.
So COVID pretty much just show up the craziness that was bubbling. And guess what, you know, it's also a business of illusion. So when people aren't slowed down and people are moving really, really fast, you know, Instagram posts and everything, you can drop it on and sell the illusion, and you're up on the road you know, you might go to a one show and people take all kind of picture in a different buildings and make it sound like they're on tour and all them things there. But now COVID has slowed everybody down. You can't really pull the wool over the people's eyes, but forget about the people's eyes. You know, you got your own mouth and your people their mouth for feed. So it kind of shows up a lot of the BS that was existing in this music from jump.
Which is true. It does, but you know, like for me, and I'm pretty sure for you too, and other people and so forth. Most of the artists I talk to, who are friends, they are doing great. And you know what happened? As I said, COVID has been a blessing to me, and I'm releasing this rhythm in COVID time. I've voiced a lot of these artists in COVID time, and they're not broke, they're not pauperized. They're good artists. They might give me a strength, and I appreciate the strength, and I'm running with it, and I'm gonna make the best out of it. And do the best I can and just keep producing. So other artists are gonna want to be on this, you know, and I'm also featuring young talents on it that are out there that are trying, that want to get out there. I'm featuring like about 2 young talents on it that they could, and I'm gonna promote them just like everybody else, you know?
Yeah. I dig it, man. I dig it. And like I said, every one of the songs, from the names we know to the people we don't know, every last one of them, fire. Let me ask you this. There's a major thing going on right now, right? Which is this whole music and politics. You know what I mean? From the beginning of time, it's always been a bridge that a lot of artists don't want to cross because, you know, your alliances and affiliation are to be perceived that you're aligned or affiliated with anybody. And then now you see artists that drop dub plate and them thing for politicians and for parties. Food have to eat, people got bills to pay. But what's your take on it in terms? Do you have a problem with that or no?
Yeah, a broke artist do that.
Wow.
Broke artists do dub plate. First of all, if your talent is a talent, you can't make politicians come around and use it in the trickster game to vice dub plate that them can win, because after they win, then remember you and then not do nothing for you. You should not go vice for a politician because, first of all, you're degrading your song, you're not valuing yourself and so forth. And if there was no politics going on, these politicians would not even remember who you are or how much of these politicians really buy one of your songs or play one of your songs or even support you within your musical journey. They would not pay $1 to come watch your live because then come and call you out and name and so forth. So why would you lower your standards? It's only broke artists that are going to do it. And just those artists will always remain. They're going to remain as a politician artist, and there's going to be a yes man at all the times. I don't support it. I don't like dub plate. I will be, but I don't like it because I think dub plate do a lot for it damages a lot of artists.
Yeah.
I'm on a dub. I'm on play a song no more. I dub them a play, and people don't want to hear dub plate all the time. You understand? So I really don't. I'm really not for it. So this whole thing with the artists and my politicians, I broke artists to them something. I broke on paper, so you can't really.
Can't affect them.
I was like, oh no, COVID. You know what I mean?
Yes, a chicken back off a buy.
Chicken back off a buy. Enough of them not going to let me for the speed, but as I said, broke artists do double for politicians.
Right. You know, it's amazing, man. It's amazing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Is perception is a lot, you know, because I had never met Dr. Love before. I let me say, all I know is what I know from the top lines and whatever the case may be. But most of the people who know that I personally, I always said to myself, boy, is a cool brother, is a cool brother. And it's not until talking to him that, yo, you know something, you can't even follow what going out the road, though, because it's a cool brother. And you deserve the support with the tune, you deserve the support with the entire project, not just because it's Dr. Love, not because it's a cool brother, but for no other reason. Everything on it is spanking and it's properly done. I'll keep saying this. If this is your first release, I'm optimistic. I'm excited for the other 3. Know what I mean?
And I really appreciate it, and that's why people have to understand that when I'm on live, I am Dr. Love. When I'm off live, I am Christopher Crooks. So when you see me in the street, you're gonna see a different character. And with this rhythm, I remember when I voiced the Hard Time song on this rhythm with me and Ginger. I was so broke, I could not even buy gas to put in my car. I went to my son's piggy bank and took out $20 just to buy gas. And that day I decided it will never happen again. And I got a job from a client to do a bass thing. And here I am today. I can give a testimony. So listen, I've been through it. There's a story behind it. There's a truthful story behind it. And there's a reason for this. You know what I mean? So people have to get to know me and understand, listen, what happened. You can't question and call me in here because when I come off a life, I might beg to eat and sleep and drive. I don't business with you what you have to say about me. I already give you your medicine already. So take your medicine and go sleep. I began to sleep.
Yo, that's fire. We love that. But you know what though?
Yeah.
I love the honesty. Not only do I love the honesty,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. There's so much value in the things that you say. I've had the same conversation with artists when I say, even the whole dub plate talk that we make earlier. I've had several conversations with artists. The dub plate thing, don't get me wrong, everybody got to hustle. So if you're getting a good cheese for the dub plate, do your dub plate. But the free dub plate them and the underpriced dub plate them, because I know, like you said, when you give a selector a dub plate, right? He's not playing the original anymore. All right. And sometime I must say to you, boy, can you give me the dub on a such and such rhythm? And then when them play it, if it does get played on the radio, which dub plates normally don't get played on the radio, but if it does get played on the radio, then guess who's getting compensated for that? The whomever the artist is who did the original rhythm, right? Because that's the one where the IRC codes are involved in, and you just step on a rhythm like a real clone. So I understand exactly what I mean. Market dub plates are part of our culture. It's reggae dancehall culture. It's cool, nah, knock a man feet. But I understand exactly what you're saying, and I appreciate the value in what you're saying. But not only that, but the value in when you say sometimes we need to be humbled, you know. Sometimes we need to be humbled. Your situation, whatever happened to you, that was a humbling, and out of that humbling comes all this rhythm and everything that's coming forward for the eyes of King. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, man. I greatly appreciate, man, and I greatly appreciate all the artists: Anthony B, Ed Robinson, Vegas, Tamika Marshall, Abby Dallas, Mark Batson, Pinchers, Kappa Shanti, Everton, Blender, Esco Levi. I hope I don't forget anyone.
David.
So much people are ready. David, oh Jesus Christ! Don't forget my brother. Wait, I did go David, my brother, and Deli Ranks. Big up to Deli Ranks and the rhythm too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Deli Ranks, I got the vocal and so forth. I about to get it mixed. Big up everyone and the rhythm, because sometimes you talk and you forget me, but David, my brother, I can't see me first. You know what I mean? We talk almost every other day and so forth. And David, trust me, man, people need to get to know that young man and support his music. He have a heart of a goal and so forth. He have a clean heart and so forth. So it has been a great journey, and you know what I mean, with this whole thing and so forth. And wait till you hear the next rhythm will come out. You know, you're not yet.
Cool no. I can't wait. The other thing I want to ask an artist like yourself, because you've spent a lot of time here in the US, you spent time in Jamaica and so forth.
Right.
You've seen the business of the music right here, even from just the reggae standpoint, because we produce, we curate reggae music here too, and dancehall. How do you? What's the difference in your eyes in how the music is handled and created and distributed here versus how it is down there in Jamaica? What's supposed to be the Mecca? Jamaica is supposed to be the Mecca, supposed to be the birthplace of it all, where more songs are recorded per minute than anywhere else in the world. But what's the difference in your eyes in how it's done there versus how it's done here?
The difference is, I like the way it's done in the US and so forth. You see, the people who is in charge of the music industry in Jamaica, they don't have any brain and they don't have any sense. They don't do the right thing. And you see, artists in America, you know, they like the big house and they like the big cars and things like that. It's so much artists in Jamaica, and they don't want to register them stuff. They don't want to do certain things. You call them to come perform for 500, then come. You call them for 1,000 and run come. They will cut another artist just to get $500 and so forth. And artists in America, you can't even get them, even if they just have a little name, you can't even get them for $500 to come perform and so forth. So there's a lot of quality. If you look at the successful artists, that's why I would always respect people like Shaggy and Barrington Levy, them and so forth, for example, is that these artists maintain, they invest in themselves, they learn the business. That's why there's YouTube, and that's why there's stuff if you can't read, there's video that you can watch, and the video will read it to you and so forth. So the way it has been done in the US in music, it is totally different, and I wish the people who are representing music in Jamaica would really look out for these artists based off of interest. As you look back as when some of these artists passed away and so forth, they can't even find money to bury them and so forth, and there's nobody there to represent. And say, okay, well, you know, John Brown did this, you know what I mean? Greg that did this, or that one did this, and so forth. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of flaws in the system in Jamaica and so forth. So that's why I want to take myself out of that and make sure that when I get old and in a wheelchair or whatever it is, or have one teeth or one foot or whatever it is, I want to make sure that I can sit down and say, okay, there's a check coming. This was registered. You call me, you want to sample a piece of my rhythm. Let's talk about it. You never talk to me. The paperwork is there, the lawyers there, talk to them and let's make it happen. But if you don't have none of those, what are you gonna do? Man, I just take a thing and you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that need to learn and Radar Man, this is just like in the business. Artists don't respect Radar Man, and Radar Man play a big role in artists' career. Some of these artists don't even call Radar Man and say, boy, thank you for your support. Them pastor like you nobody. You can't even get a drop from them.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to run them down like a groupie. You know what I mean? But when other people come in and come to them, then give them everything like that. So there's a lot of problem within our music industry where unfortunately not gonna change. But God bless the few them who make a difference within the music industry.
Right. The professionalism thing there is a little lacking. And I agree with you. And then the other thing I will agree with you on is this. We also no longer have the excuse of not having the info. Because for a long time, we always would blame it on the fact that the information has been withheld from us. But right about now, the information is there. And not only is the information there, but it's there for free. And if you need more information, then that is there for cheap. You know what I mean? So it's almost irresponsible for you to not educate yourself. I get what you mean, and I understand, and I agree with you 110%. We see right now there are 2 or 3 artists. Protege got himself, Lila Ike, Savannah signed to major label deals prior to this COVID situation with RCA. And as I spoke to Bobby Digital, as I spoke to Richie Stevens, a couple of the OGs, they always mention that one of the good things with 90s reggae and dancehall is that most of our major artists were signed to major labels. Do you see our vision right now that we're going to have a little bit more resurgence of that? Or you think more artists are going to be, you know what I mean, be able to work with these major labels, or we're still being held back by this whole lack of professionalism thing?
I think we're figuring out a problem because some of these artists, first of all, they don't know to conduct themselves, so no label going to sign them. Right? Back in the days, it was different. Some of these artists, they don't have any principle and they don't know how to deal with business. So when a label is supposed to come in and work with them, they're not going to work with them because they might demand money for a song where they don't even follow certain things. That's why they start to take these allowance now from these companies. And when them take this like 5,000, 10,000 and so forth, and when they don't got their money, they still not, their money they pay back $1 million times and then still not make nothing. So the artists back in the 90s who they have the brain and so forth, I cannot blame them because they have artist friends that are young in the business and they're not educating and them selfish and them bad mind. They keep all the information to themselves. They don't want to share, they don't want to educate them because guess what? They don't want them relevant to make it up there, so it's them it's for themselves. So some of them I don't even like some of them. You know what I mean? So there's a lack of go ahead.
No man, that's what I mean. It's almost like, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day and I said, you would assume the Bible says it should be that way, and we're taught that to some degree that, you know, parents want their children to be better than them. You know what I mean? You want your youth to grow up and be way more successful than Dr. Love. That's how it go. And live a better life. But the reality of it is this: not every parent feels that way, and not every veteran artist feel that way. You know what I mean? Sometimes they do not want you to exceed them because then it kind of devalues in their eyes, which is highly erroneous. It devalues to them their worth and what they've accomplished. So a lot of them don't reach out, them not support them. Like you said, selfish with even advice is one thing, for selfish with your money and selfish with your stage time, you know. But even information, you know what I'm saying?
They're not shit, man. They're not shit. And some of them can't even read. That is the problem. Some of them, as much as some of them big artists are on stage a carry on and them addition, them cannot read. Them can't even spell their name. So guess what? At the end of the day, you can't really beat them bad enough because they don't really know any better. They only know, say, remember, you know, you have to go in a studio, you have to put on a demo, and then go in and then take one note at a time, and that's how they keep it till they get the song. They make mistake all 20 times now. Me, already, man, so we just go and see the boom, 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 support already, man, all that time. Even a song go back and vice it or whatever it is. But there's a lot, believe me, it's so much problem. You right now, let me tell you something. You are probably living better than a lot of big name artists in this business.
Right.
Comfortable, eating, educated, everything. Even this way I do on the radio right now, brother. This is a great thing because you see veteran artists that go on internet now, I turn group on internet and I got on with that kind of thing just to get a little bit of cloud and so forth. Leave that to look at young people like we, where we already create that.
Right.
If you did do what you do from back in the 90s, you shouldn't have to run down the little chicken back money and $10 for try for you if you never make it already, you know, make it again.
You know, you're so true.
I just told everybody, if you don't make it, you don't make it again.
You're so. I tell you, Dr. Love, we have to go cut up the things, cut up the conversation, and just drop out one of the line, one line a week. You know what I mean? Jewels from Dr. Love, one line a week. Because you what? No. Again, another thing I said to people, a lot of artists, and not just artists, but people in general, a lot of people are out there in their professional lives, striving, working to get where you are in your personal life. When you are here willing to sacrifice your personal life for try to keep up to what you think they are achieving in their professional life. So you have to be very, very careful, you know. Very, 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 very careful. So may I agree with you 100%, but I'm gonna tell you something. Knowledge, and I appreciate it for dropping the jewels and dropping the gems on the massive them. The rhythm again. What's the name of the rhythm?
The name of the rhythm is called Hard Time Rhythm. The song that I released already on the rhythm is Dr. Love and Ginger. Please go out and purchase the copy. And Mr. Vegas Entanglement is up. The rest of the songs will be up soon. We're just trying to make sure that all the artists, what I'm doing to make sure that as the mix and come back, I send it to each artist to approve of it, to make sure that they don't have any problem. And once they say, yes, it's a go, then I put that in a folder and I just put final and then we go from there. So right now, lots of people are going to entanglement right now because as you're speaking, a lot of entanglement are going somebody, you know, somebody else or whatever it is that go right now. So I go out with things. So I go out with things right now. So right now, you need to go out and purchase Mr. Vegas song Entanglement right now and purchase Hard Time by Dr. Love and Ginger right now because they are available right now on all your musical outlets and the rhythm is coming. Everything is coming pretty soon.
I love it. Well, here what me gonna do now, Dr. Love. Me splash the whole of them now. We drop everything. We started out with the Everton blender and the Tamika Marshall. Two bad tune. So I'm gonna get into in a second the Dr. Love and Ginger called Hard Times. I'm gonna get into Entanglement. And as a matter of fact, me have a Davil. Right. I me have Anthony B. So we dropping everything. All right. We are drop everything. At least everything that we got. You know what I'm saying? We are drop on them.
Yeah, and you are play them. I want to say you are play them first. Some of them don't even grace it. Cool. So you are playing them first. You get them first and so forth. Only thing I will ask you, hold on them. Don't let them go. Nobody get them.
Gotcha.
Until then release. So
gotcha.
You get the present first.
I got you, fam, and I appreciate it. Drop some social media for the masses though, so they can keep up with you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, social media. You don't know, say. You know, go already and soon go back in night and all. But right now, you know, I'm just taking a break.
Okay. So you're not really messing with social media right now.
So
I got you.
No. Only when we go up on the theater, it's all positive. When I see when I'm a suit and tie and all of that and doing my construction thing. Right now, I'm in Jamaica and I'm actually at the house doing some work right now. Man. And that's why while the rhythm out there playing, I'm doing construction. So the medicine's right there, same way, you know.
I love it. Diversify your portfolio. Music and sometime, construction sometime. At the end of the day, both things work simultaneously. If you notice, a lot of the international artists right now, music has changed so much where the music is actually like a platform or a vehicle for you to do a whole bunch of other things because that's where the retirement comes in. You can't retire off of just music. At least not if you're coming in there new. For those people who've done that, established that from way back, then yeah. But as a new artist coming in right about now, you better diversify that portfolio. You better have a plan A, B, and C because the music alone ain't happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, for real, man. Any young artist out there who have talent, whether you're a female or you're a man out there and all that, you want to reach out to me. You can reach out to me to my page or to the label page, and you know, let me because guess what happened? I am open doors for everybody.
Love it.
Everybody that have talent, I am opening the door for you. Is once I give you the support, it's up to you what you want to do with it from there.
I love it. Well, we getting into these joints, Dr. Love. Big up yourself. All my Ochi people again. That's my home, born and raised. So you don't know once I say Ochi, we good. You know what I mean? Which part of Ochi?
Man, big up, John and Mary. Right now, me there. Oh, yesterday, me there right close to. Me there because you would just get the place so. Write a sentence there for me there.
Okay. That's my home, man. Buckfield, Mansfield Green, them area, the Fern Grove. That's a stomping ground.
Buckfield.
That's where you at?
Buckfield.
Cool.
Yeah, The box seal.
Cool, man. Big up on my Buckfield,
Yeah, man.
massive, my James Avenue, massive, my Eltham Exchange, pineapple for everybody. Great pan, everybody. Much love. And again, thank you for taking a minute to chop it up with us. On the
Yeah, man. And thank you so much for that. And big up to Jonah Murray, big up to Eddie Robinson, big up to everyone, big up to my woman, big up to all my supporters, big up to all the people who don't like me because I like all of you. And big up to everyone, and big up to all the artists who are saying, you know, put already, me go call him. Or you can call my phone and know my number and so forth. Big up all of you know, and let's just make everything positive and let's just move on from here. Make 2020 be a year of success. Don't go and start the world because it's what it is.
Yeah. And even in these hard times, Dr. Love, avoid entanglement. You hear me? Avoid the entanglement.
Yeah, that's right. I say to my one woman alone.
It's a trouble in the bakery, my brother. We link up, all right?
No, man. Yeah, man. Bless up.
One love, King.
Yeah.
Blessings.
Yeah,
man. Ladies and gentlemen.
You know, sometimes
Hey, Jessica.
when I'm doing fight, you know, every Father God, blessed. Stand on all times, keep on happening all the time, and I can't get under, can't get over, no way around.
Loud to myself, Tracy Christie.
All times, keep on happening all the time. No way around it, no matter where I go. Hey, I work all day, I work all night, but I still can't save a dime. As the cash comes in, the cash goes out. The story of a poor man's life. I've got to still stay in my family, and at the same time maintain my dignity. But the things that got me doing, my reputation ruined, God knows it's not for me. But who jobless, no man curse. Yeah. Thank you, Jah, I passed the world. Hard times keep on happening all the time, and I can't get under, can't get over, no way around it. Hard times keep on happening all the time. No way around it, no matter where I go. As long as there is a will, there is a way. But through the roughest of times, my brother, don't you stop praying. Life is what you make it, some would say. But some people make it hard for the people every day. Hard times keep on happening all the time, and I can't get under, can't get over, no way.
Walk on, Suzette. Cheers to the vibes. Nice that you lodge up yourself, Eggman, every time. Cindy, what's up? Dorothea, how are you? Walk on, Brian. Give thanks, man. Appreciate y'all.
You know, sometimes in life, you know, you face a lot of obstacles, you know. But when I'm doing fight, you know, every Father God, blessed. Stand on all times, keep on happening all the time.
Larger Polly.
And I can't get under, can't get over, no way around it. All times keep on happening all the time. No way around it, no matter where I go. Hey, I work all day, I work all night, but I still can't save a dime.
Eggman, you're easy.
The cash comes in, the cash goes out. The story of a poor man's life. I've got to still stay in my family, and at the same time maintain my dignity. But the things that got me doing, my reputation ruined, God knows it's not for me. But who jobless, no man curse. Yeah. Thank you, Jah, I passed the world. Hard times keep on happening all the time, and I can't get under, can't get over, no way around it. Hard times keep on happening all the time.
This one's Dr. Love and Ginger. Title track from the rhythm is called Hard Time.
As long as there is a will, there is a way. But through the roughest of times, my brother, don't you stop praying. Life is what you make it, some would say. But some people make it hard for the people every day.
Hard times keep on happening, but I like bud. It's spanking. This one is available. Go get it.
No way around.
Hard time.
Hard times keep on happening all the time. No way around it, no matter where I go. Hey. Got to fight the struggle we facing. Got to push on, my brother. Got no time to waste.
Lodge of Tresca every time. Yeah, man.
I gotta make it every step by the way. Oh yeah, hey.
I can't take it. Yes, I gotta make it. These are times, it's messing up my mind.
Hard times keep on happening all the time. And I can't get over.
I want to take a minute to big up certain people, you know. You got some DJs, some selectors out there. Them listen to the program, and I said, G Cool, what are rhythm there? Who the artists there? And I dropped the name and I said, this is who it is. And they go get it. Some other people can link me and say, send me the tune, no? I love when the artists support artists, when DJs support artists. Trust me, I am. Trust me.
She go get entangled. Singing up, she caught up in a love triangle, but we love life, she start gamble. We feel it from the heart to me uncle. When she said she give another man a sample. Entanglement. Me woman get caught up in a another man's length. Entanglement. That
It's Mr. Vegas, it's called Entanglement. Everybody entangled these days. A lot of people, man, a lot of people, in the ear. Dang, dang, boy. Dang, do.
She caught up in a love triangle, but we love like she start gamble. We feel it from the heart to me uncle. When she said she give another man a sample. Entanglement. Me woman get caught up in a another man's length. Entanglement. Just what August woman go like yes even. September quick and come in, come and fear August like come and fear Halloween. I know me still a wonder if I dream right and I know she make a man roll bean. The one that wickeder than Cain and Abel. She done cougar and a rock trader. She let a young jack in at the stable and make him meet at the table. Entanglement. Me woman get caught up in a another man's length. Entanglement. Just what August woman go like yes even. That one that lick me on my chest like a rock stone. Me did think the woman was my ribs and my bone. Now she get caught up in a love zone. It seems me have to get a shot of testosterone. It's gonna take so long.
Mr. Vegas, the entanglement.
For me to get
enough of them things they're going on. Suzette, come out of the entanglement. Stop it. Hope. Sidestep it, you know. Julianne, I sidestep it. No.
She gon' get entangled. Singing up, nang, yeah.
My best Vegas impersonation. They do. Yeah, man, I give thanks, ladies and gentlemen. This one is Entanglement. It's Mr. Vegas Hard Time.
She caught up in a love triangle, but we love like she start gamble. Me feel it from the heart to me uncle. When she said she give another man a sample. Entanglement. Me woman get caught up in another man's length. Entanglement. Just walk August, woman go like your season. September we can come in, come and fear August like come and fear Halloween. I know me still I wonder if I dream right under me know she make a man roll bean. Now when you wickeder than Cain and Abel, she thought cougar and a rock trader. She let a young Jack in the stable and making me at the table. Entanglement. Me woman get caught up in another man's length. Entanglement.
Like I'm telling her something. August Alsina drop a tune named Entanglement and then a bad like Vegas tune, you know. It no bad like this.
Caught up in a love zone, it seems me have to get a shot of testosterone. It's gonna take so long for me to get this off of me mind. Oh, me never see no sign. Entanglement. Me woman get caught up in another man's length. Entanglement. Just what August woman go like your Steven. Entanglement. She and a man had a magic moment. She get entangled, she get entangled. Entanglement. Me woman get caught up in
I dig it. I ain't gonna front. I dig it. Entanglement, ladies and gentlemen.
woman go like your Steven. I'm fighting for a cause, I'm fighting for a cause. Yeah, and my life is my reward, my life is my reward. Yeah, I said my life is my reward, my life is my reward. Yeah, yaga yaga yo, yaga yaga yo. I am a rebel. Rebel, 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 a rebel like Bob Marley, yeah. Real soldier in a army, yeah. You got to be a rebel.
Santa Bay.
Rebel, rebel, a rebel for the people against rebel. A fight against evil, yeah. I now get rich, no one turn I back. No, I'm forget my friends on the block. Tell them, sure, me no grow like that. No, we no grow like that.
Lots of rubber ranks.
Black cause black, I talk about them too. Black.
Yeah, man.
I'm proud to be black, and me no scared, no fit chat. Yeah, no, we no grow like that. No, we no grow like that.
What, Mikey?
My
New York Massive is here. Harlem's in the building. Party 15.
Bob Marley, yeah. Real soldier in a army, yeah. You got to be a rebel. Rebel, 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 rebel. A rebel for the people that can call hot man a fight against evil. Yeah. I said the wicked no died when the Rastafari born. So them use conspiracy to try hold with them. Jewish show love to the blind and the dumb. Them used to say the mad we a beat Congo drum. But get up, stand up, no time for kneel on the run. Now is not the time for fight with teeth and tongue. Can make the system have you a wheel and tongue. So teach the youth them to be wise and them young. I a rebel. Rebel, 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 rebel. A rebel like Bob Marley, yeah. Real soldier in a army.
Can't Cecilia, what's good?
Got to be a rebel.
So good to see you. What I'm saying from the top of this one, a tune. It's a big tune. All right, 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 all right.
I'm fighting for a cause. I'm fighting for a cause. Yeah. And my life is my reward, my life is my reward. Yeah, I said my life is my reward, my life is my reward. Yeah, yaga yaga yo, yaga yaga yo. I am a rebel.
Rebel, 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 rebel. A rebel like Bob Marley. Yeah. Real soldier in a army. Yeah. You got to be a rebel.
Gotta send some birthday love out there. Rash Balaja myself on your birthday here.
A rebel for the
big up my brother K. Kelly. Happy birthday, bro. Happy Earth Strong. Live it up, live it up, live it up.
I don't get rich, no one turn I back. No, I'm forget my friends on the block. Tell them, sure, we no grow like that. No, we no grow like that. You see it? Black a cuss, black a talk about them too black. I'm proud to be black, I'm no scared, no fit chat. Yeah, no, we no grow like that. No, we no grow like that. I and I a rebel. Rebel, 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 rebel. A rebel like Bob Marley. Yeah, real soldier in a army. Yeah, you got to be a rebel. Rebel, 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 rebel. A rebel for the people that can call out man a fight against evil. Yeah, I said the wicked no light when the Rastafari burn. So them use conspiracy for tribal we done. Jewish show love to the blind and
give thanks for all the calls. I appreciate all the messages, man. Big time. Wagwan Martin. Up top, fam. Up top.
No, it's not the time to fight with teeth and tongue. Can make the system have you a wheel and tongue. So teach the youth them to be wise and them young. I and I a rebel. Rebel, 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 rebel. A rebel like Bob Marley. Yeah, real soldier in a army. Yeah, you got to be a rebel. Rebel, 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 rebel. A rebel for the people that can call out man a fight against evil. Yeah. You know the ghetto man grow, so we ragga. Never learn to grow up and follow back. So we never follow friend on a top shot. Never see we out a road say we a gangbanger. Yeah, no time couldn't find dinner, but me still never give up as a dance singer. Never yet lose my ways and turn gunslinger. Give thanks now we a drive bimmer. That's why I and I a rebel. Rebel, 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 rebel. A rebel like Bob Marley. Yeah. Real soldier in a army. Yeah, you got to be a rebel.
Cool now, DJ Lance, I love it.
Rebel, 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 rebel. A rebel for the people that can call out man a fight against evil.
Me tell them say real no real. Testing out on the battlefield, and you will know it's real. Real no real. That be lesson. Watch some people in your circles carefully, and you will just say them no word. I don't need no these glasses. You see them dirty heart. So take a gun and out of it. Quick me sell it up the ice cream or a bubble gum. Salute to all my friends who see me through the rough sometimes and never let me down. So when you see me keep away from some people, and I hike my eye, but that's my spirit that can make me run. Well, a true friend don't have to tell you if them real. Bold make to say anything when you feel. Me not just smile if it's who you are try to. Cannot hide your face cause I know some big fish whip on them heart and catch on them. On it and tell you how much them love, but them don't love you. Them do all type of things for you think say them legit, but if them catch you out and see them who that drown you. They're not real. I don't need no test glasses. This is the dirty heart. So take a gun and go out of it. With me sell it off the ice cream or a bubble gum.
It's Daville. Daville.
Watch some people in your circles carefully, and you will just say them no word. I don't need no these glasses. This is the dirty heart. So take a gun and go out of it. Quick me sell it off the ice cream or a bubble gum. Salute to all my friends who see me through the rough sometimes and never let me down. So when you see me keep away from some people, and I hike my eye, but that's my spirit that can make me run. Well, a true friend don't have to tell you if them real. Bold make to say anything when you feel. Me not just smile if it's who you are try to. Cannot hide your face cause I know some quick fish whip on them them heart and catch and them on it. And girl, you how much them love, but them not love you. Them do all type of experience, say them legit, but if them catch you out and see them who that drown you. They're not real. I don't need no test glasses.
Got to lodge on my guest today, Dr. Love.
I gotta go out of it.
With a brand new rhythm, the Hard Time Rhythm.
Salute to all my friends who see me through the roughest of times and never let me down. So when you see me keep away from some people and I hike me up and that's my spirit that tell me be around. Watch out.
One more time. It's Davil. Lodge up yesterday's guest, Mr. Steve the Cat Core OD from Third World. Yes, that album was spanky, wasn't it, Martin? Proper things, man. Proper things. More work to be done, not you?
Davila said, just circles carefully, and you will say them no word. I don't need no test glasses, this is the dirty heart. So fake I gonna go out of it. Quick to sell out the ice cream or a bubble gum. Salute to all my friends.
Hey Justine.
See me through the roughest sometimes and never let me down. So when you see me keep away from some people and I hike me up and that's my spirit that tell me be wrong. Well, a true friend don't have to tell you if them real. Both make to say anything what you feel. Me not just smile if it's a who you are try to. Cannot hide your face cause I know some big fish whip on them heart and catch and them on the tongue.
I'll find out for you in a second, DJ Lance. I don't even have that. That's how pre-release it is. But it ain't out yet though. Yo.
I don't need no test glasses. This is the dirty heart. So fake I gonna go out of it. With the sell out the ice cream or a bubble gum. Salute to all my friends who see me through the
larger parley
and never let me down. So when you see me keep away from some people and I hike me up and that's my spirit that tell me be wrong.
It's your boy, Blackavelli Salford from London, UK. Touchdown in Montego Bay, heading to Ocherias, to the curls and turns of Fern Gully, to the green hills of Walker's Hood. One DJ, G. Cole, with a homegrown show. Hey, G. Cole, you smashing it.
Just Blackavelli Soft Touch every time, a London massive. Wagwan Mix Master J. Do you think, player? TC. Oh, you stay undisputed, my brother. Yeah, man. Boom, boom, boom.
I don't need no test glasses. This is the dirty heart. So fake I gonna go out of it. Quick to sell out the ice cream or a bubble gum. Salute to all my friends who see me through the roughest sometimes and never let me down. So when you see me keep away from some people and I hike me up and that's my spirit that tell me be wrong. Well, a true friend don't have to tell you if them real. Both make to say anything what you feel. Me not just smile if it's a who you are try to. Cannot hide your face cause I know some quick fish whip on them heart and catch and them on it and girl you how much them love but them not love you. Them do all type of experience say them legit but if them catch you out and see them who that drown you. Them not real. I don't need no test glasses. This is them dirty heart. So fake I gonna go out of it. Quick to sell out the ice cream or a bubble gum. Salute to all my friends who see me through the roughest of times and never let me down. So when you see me keep away from some people and I hike me up and that's my spirit that tell me be wrong. Watch out. You're a real friend that would never sell you out. You can trust them with your life, I tell you this without a doubt. Careful on the ones you only see anytime you want money, but when you're broke, they don't even come up out. My friend, they're my friend for life. Swear from me, heart them would have sacrificed. So many times after I roll the dice, the fake ones scatter while my true friends still standing by my side. They're no red. I don't need no test glasses. This is the dirty heart. So fake I gonna go out of it. Quick to sell out the ice cream or a bubble gum. Salute to all my friends who see me through the roughest of times and never let me down. So when you see me keep away from some people and I hike me up and that's my spirit that tell me feel wrong. Well, a true friend don't have to tell them if them real. Both make to say anything what you feel. Me not just smile if it's a who you are.
Tune that's spanking, I love it. It's that Ville. It's a way pre-release the thing, you know. Vladimir the hard drives get what we gotta get, not true. Russian connects large up on the surf every time. Thank y'all so much for the game. Got to say large of himself, Dr. Love, the rhythm spanking, man. Every last one of the tune, them hits. Did your thing on this one.
Who see me through the roughest of times and never let me down. So when you see me keep away from some people, and I hike me high, but just my spirit that tell me feel wrong. They're not good. I don't need no these glasses. This is the dirty art. So think I got knocked out of it. With me sell out the ice cream and wrap bubble gum. Salute to my friends.
Wagwan Katai. It's that Ville, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big bad tune, all right? Rhythm's got a hard time with him. Dr. Love, large up himself. It is tight. It's dope. It's fire, all right? We got these big ones, and we dropping the big ones for you. What time now? It's almost that time, and I mean, run out of time, but you don't know the things at the party. We had to bring it a whole thing. I just saw the thing. Large up my Canadian massive right now. Everybody in Amsterdam listening in. I see Sweden's here. I see Switzerland's large too. Big up on herself, all right? Like I said earlier, man, I don't know. You know, I always have to empathize with people. Not everybody's in the same spot. Not everybody in the same, place in life, and struggles are real. You know, a lot of time you see all kind of things on social media and think everything is gravy, but some people hurting. You know what I mean? People struggling right now, especially our music community, our artist community. So make sure you support the DJs, the artists, the musicians, the producers, whatever the case may be, whenever you can, whatever the joints come out, go support it. You know what I mean? Show love, especially if you love it. Our culture, we have a tendency to say, yo, the tune bad, I love it, everything is dope, but you're not gonna support the thing. You know what I mean? It's not like we're saying go buy a car or whatever. 99 cents. You know what I mean? $9.99, whatever, especially if you like it. I'm not saying go get something you don't like. If you don't, then it's what it is. If you don't feel it, is what it is. But if you are, support the movement, man. Support the movement. People need your help. People need your love. People need your support. Right now, we see a lot of artists. It's political. It's election time in Jamaica. Politics rampant. You know, Jamaican politics goes. At that time of year, everything comes out. There's all kind of ordinances, all kinds of things going on where they say, don't come out in the streets, gatherings, wear your masks, social distancing. But it's coming up on election time, so seem like they're waving those for politics time. You know what I mean? If you're having campaigns and you're out on a campaign trail, or you're doing all kind of things for your party, and you're lobbying right about now, then apparently it seems like you can go out in these streets, no mask on. You know what I mean? In your orange or your green, doing what you want to do. So I guess the rules change, the rules blend. It's pretty fluid. The goalposts can be moved accordingly, but that's politics. I always say that's the reason why I can't get down with the politics, because it's a dirty game. You play that one in the mud. You know what I mean? To get involved in politics, you've got to be cool with, you got to be able to, you got to be okay with compromise. You know what I mean? You got to be okay with moving that goalpost to support the agenda. Whichever country you are in the world, no matter what, politics is politics. You know what I mean? And don't get it twisted. Some people are better than others, but ain't no great people up in the political sphere. You know what I mean? Trust me, everybody got people who love them. So we got family members that's involved, you know what I mean? But the family member would tell us, ain't exactly that to be loved. You know what I mean? To be loved. Nah. You know what I mean? So right now, people have moved the thing all over. Can't tell you where I'm going. It's a big bad tune, not true. The struggle is real, Justine. It is real. Yes, Eggman, you're absolutely, yep. The Hard Time is out. Dr. Love featuring Ginger. The Vegas one, Entanglement, is out also. And the rest should be coming out, like you said, end of September thereabout. Waiting on a joint from one of the Marleys. But yeah, people slide the goalposts, however, whenever they want to. But right now we see a lot of artists, because the crazy thing about reggae and dancehall has always been the place, the format, the platform, the movement, the avenue, the microphone, the soapbox from which the oppressed speaks. We do talk about love. We do celebrate all the things, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's always the voice of the voiceless. It's always where we speak. And the oppressors a lot of time come in the form of the politicians, especially when you live in countries like Jamaica and other Caribbean islands and what people deem third world countries and whatnot. That the oppression comes from that. So for the most part, there's always been a line drawn between to some degree, because enough artists deep in them politics, I'm going to let them not, but they are. But there's always been a line drawn, at least vocally and on recordings and stuff like that, when it comes to artistry and politics. But no, things have changed, and who knows? Maybe it's hard times and it's hungry times, like Dr. Love says. But I got a thing today. I was gonna play it, but I ain't even gonna lie, I wasn't even feeling them. So it was like about 10 dubs. So you have like one party and the other party, they got their dubs, and them I got dub for dub a clash. You know, some of the dubs are aligned to the party itself. Some of the dubs are aligned to some of the candidates. And but I'm not even gonna front. They weren't good dubs. They were, I'm gonna be honest with you, most of them were whack. But that's not the point. I know sound system is a politics dub, so it probably had to be whack. But it's just that listening to it, and I keep getting the calls and people asking me, what you think? Let's to each his own. Know. Me personally, I despise politics enough that I would never do it. But at the end of the day, you know, when you think about it from the vantage point, like he's saying, some people might hungry. If I've got mouths to feed and kids to feed, and you never know, you know, you never know. Hopefully I'm never in that position that I got to make that choice. Hopefully I would have made some wise enough decision to us that I don't have to make that choice. And sometime we might get up and say, well, whatever that money is that really enough to compromise your integrity and so forth? But you never know. You know what I mean? When you're hungry that day, when you need it that day, when the rent needs to be paid that day, when the mortgage is due that day, you never know what you would do. The thing about doing them dubs is sometimes it may come across as alignment too, because are you going to go do a dub if you do a dub for one party, is it okay for you to do a dub for the other party to counter that one, or just in general? Because if I'm the artist and it's hungry, and I'm going to drop joints and dubs for political parties, if there's a fourth party, I'm on it. And I don't care who it is. I drop a dub for this party and it wicked out the road, and the next party call me and say, yo, I need that dub. I'm going to be like, for real? You know what I mean? But again, if there's no alignment, if there's no affiliation. But when you do that dub, is there a contractual obligation? Is there a verbal obligation? Is there a commitment to say, yo, well, you ain't going to do a dub for the other one? It's a little grimy. But if it was a sound clash, or if selectors do perform in sound clash came to an artist and say, I want a dub from you, that doesn't prohibit you from doing a dub for the other party, right? For the other songs, right? So I don't know how that works. Me personally, I don't want my music affiliated and aligned with anything. I have very little control over how that goes, because you don't know who's playing what, where, when, how. And to be honest with you, sometimes it's more work to tell them to stop than not. But me personally, customizing and creating something, curating something for that, nah, man, can't do it. Nah, I do it. But that's just me. Not to say that I have an issue with those who do it, but me personally, G Cole, not doing it. Ain't my thing. I ain't aligning my music, my art, my life. The words I say over this microphone may not last forever, but the words that I've recorded for music will last forever. So I'm not going to put anything out there that will or should I say post-date me, that even from the Zion, the planes, I'm going to be disappointed in and ashamed of. It ain't going to happen, right? Justine says, that's because if you have a conscience and are woke and making music, it will happen that you fall into it. Again, it's all connected. So the thing up, you might be right. You might be right. You might be right. Got to keep that sense of humor, not you, Eggman. But you know, one of my favorite rappers, my favorite rapper all time is Pac. One of my favorite rappers also is Nas. You see where I'm going with it. I like the people who are poetic with it, that say something. Substance is important to me. And in one of Nas's song, he says, everybody's got a price. Some just cost more than others. And I thought about that long and hard. I say, do I have a price? I don't think so. But I think there's some accuracy to what he said. Everybody's got a price. Some just cost more than others. Some people do everything and anything and compromise for very little, right? And then the other people who that ain't their price tag will always look down on it and say, I ain't doing it. But is it that you will never compromise? Or is it that they haven't met your price? You know what I mean? Think about it. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, just think on these things, all right? Everybody's got a price. Some just cost more than others. All right. But sometimes some people do some things, and when you find out what they got paid to do it, or what was the price that they paid, you say, wow, is the price that low? You know what I'm saying? Is the price that low? It's all about merchandising. No, not true, Eggman. Live music, no money to be made. You see? Nah, it's the truth. The real deal. Big up all my South Florida peeps. Big up my Central Florida peeps. Jacksonville, Florida. DeLand, Deltona, Tampa. Everybody up there supporting the movement. I appreciate y'all big time. Time for me to get up out of here, all right? I got to roll. I got to run. I got to do what I do. But I appreciate y'all big time. Thanks for rocking with me. All right? Thank you so very much. Everybody, near and far. We're going to chop it up with Christopher Johnny Daly sometime this coming week. We're going to talk about some endeavors he's got going on. I mean, a good virgin, and I'm telling you, a good dude, you know. So whenever I get the opportunity to chop it up, I will. All the time. All right? One of my favorite comedians out of Jamaica, actors out of Jamaica too. Talented dude. Remember Johnny from Lime Tree Lane? Yeah, man. But I'm telling you, it's a vibe. To each his own. Not passing the judgments. Do what you've got to do. I just know where I stand with it. I ain't doing it.
Say whoa, na. Whoa.
Those delicate vibes in a star.
I'm hooked on this thing called reggae music. Whoa. Have been for a very long time.
Where's the next time, Justine?
First time I used it. Whoa. It's taken over my mind. Ain't a single thing that I can say.
It's called this thing called reggae music.
And ain't nothing else I can do. Said, whoa, I know you're loving this feeling.
Where's the Eggman? It's very difficult to separate your politics from your art. I don't know if I agree with that one. I don't know. It may be difficult for the masses or for outside entities to separate it. But for the artist, I don't think it's that difficult. You're either in or you're out. You're either doing it or you're not. You're either with it or you're not, right? You're riding or you're not. I ain't doing it, Eggman. I ain't doing it.
I'm hooked on this thing called reggae music.
It's yours truly, G. Cole. It's called this thing called reggae music, all right? Rap steady, baby. Thank you, Justine. Large episode, Kojo.
I'm hooked on this thing called reggae music. Whoa. Have been for a very long time. Since the very first time I used it.
Eggman, I know it's a dilemma for you, you know.
Taking over my mind.
But I think you are riding the hell out of it. I think you get a kick out of it. I think you're having too much fun with it. You can separate it, but I think you're highly entertained, and I find it hilarious. Especially when you drag out the people that you ain't right. You ain't right. You ain't right.
Whoa. And I really love
I feel you, Justine.
The Almighty sent me this blessing. It's really helping me live. Say, who am I to be missing? Yes, with this feeling reggae can keep.
Not true, cause your bills are for pay.
I'm hooked on this thing called reggae music. Have been for a very long time. Since the very first time I used it. It's taking over my mind. How many times have I told you? Things ain't really that.
Large up Shauna Lee. Where you said never vote a day in your life and you won't do it. I don't know. I ain't riding with that one. I'm gonna get my vote on. Because personally, I feel like if I don't do it, then I've just vacated my right to say anything, to complain, to do whatever. And if I'm cool with that, then I could see it.
And every single piece of
if I don't vote, then I'm not gonna say nothing. But if I do, I might be mad at some things, you know what I mean? But if you're cool with saying, you know what, man, I say nothing, however the pendulum shifts, whatever they do, then you cannot do the vote. And I feel you though.
Hooked on this thing called reggae music. Whoa. Have been for a very long time. Since the very first time I used it. Whoa. It's taking over my mind. Say it one more time. Nobody knows the struggles we've been through, yeah, yeah. Without this music, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. Said I moved on this thing called reggae music.
You know you ain't right.
Have been for a very long time.
You a trip, Eggman. You a trip.
Since the very first time I used it.
Ladies Justine, please vote.
It's taking over my mind.
Do it for the rest of us.
Reggae music in my brain.
It's your girl, Shanika. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't love me like you used to. You used to love me, and I don't know what went wrong. You used to. He's been taking me for granted. You used to love me. I thought what we had was strong. Was it all a lie? Keep me you really got me here praying and saying that you don't love me. To play, 'cause I'm tired of being alone and waiting by the phone. This house just ain't a home when I'm laying here alone. You said you would be gone, but now it's been way too long, and I don't know what went wrong. So I'm here singing this song, tired of being alone and love me like you used to. You used to love me, and I don't know what went wrong. You used to.
Thank you so much, Julianne. I appreciate you big time. Chilling up, Joe, Celia. Always great seeing you, Julianne. Got to get you up in here so we can talk live.
Was it all a lie to keep me staying? Through all your silly games you keep playing. And even after all the good love making, boy, you really got me here praying and saying that you don't love me like you used to. You used to tell me how someone could change. You used to, and I can't seem to find the issue.
Is it two more?
You used to, I want to play, 'cause I'm tired of being alone and waiting by the phone. This house just ain't a home when I'm laying here alone. You said you would be gone, but now it's been way too long, and I don't know what went wrong. So I'm here singing this song, tired of being alone and waiting by the phone. This house just ain't a home when I'm laying here alone. You said you would be gone, but now it's been way too long, and I don't know what went wrong. So I'm here singing this song. You don't love me like you used to, and that's something I can't get used to. No.
Boy, Eggman, me, I forgot to talk about the new political party, the RTLR, Republicans that love reggae. You a trip. I like it though. I'm not telling like bad. I can see that on a t-shirt. I can so see that on a t-shirt. That's fly. I might steal that. I like it though.
It's your girl Shamika. Yeah.
You probably have you been calming down lately? Because I noticed I ain't seen no riots on social media no more. What? Your opposition them must sleep. You ain't right. You ain't right.
Come on home. Baby, won't you come on home?
Well, I'm cheering. Combination for your radio station. Let's be no star.
And my girl, I'm mad me to daddy.
Jano.
You smoke left hard with no shit. But kind of still the bar, you know.
I love my own too, you know. Oh, girl. Your love it drives me crazy. And you know that you're my baby. So why you keep giving me hell? Oh well, no hurry, go again. Every day you a search up my cell phone. Who that I call me, who that from my ringtone. What time me leaving, when me coming home. So you phone. And you know say me working, baby. But you keep on stressing me. What more you want me to do, lady? To prove that my love is free. Tell me what you want me to do, girl. Lord, it's my truth, I am yours and you are mine. Oh, girl. Pull it up, pull it up, well, I'm cheering, code in a combination.
And we have a brand new tune for your radio station. A boom thing.
Chano G code, me sell a woman a straight being a star.
My girl, I'm mad me to your daddy.
Chano.
You smoke left hard doing a shit.
It drives me crazy. And you know that you're my baby. So why you keep giving me hell? Oh well, no hurry, go again. Every day you are searching up my cell phone. Who that I call me, who that from my ringtone. What time you leaving? But you keep on stressing me. What more you want me to do, lady, to prove that my love is free? Tell me what you want me to do, girl. Lord, it's my truth, I am yours and oh well, no.
Hey yo, Joey, you should tell me.
She said she have a couple things she want to let me know. In every single town me have a girl. Me say I don't know. What is that? I tell me girl I really good and never me and I don't know. What is girl I say? I tell me when the girl I really good and never me and I don't know.
It's G. Cole, it's Jay Willis, Raps and Kush. It's called Drive Me Crazy. Big up Uncle Richie from Third World, dropping a nice bass line on this one. We going scout with it, you know what I mean? Giving you something funky.
every day you a search up my cell phone. Who that I call me, who that from my ringtone. What time me leaving, when me coming home. So you always a call me, not pick up the phone. And you know so me working, baby. But you keep on stressing me. What more you want me to do, lady, to prove that my love is free?
What is girl I say? I tell me what the girl I pray I really good and never me and I don't know. What is girl I say? I tell me what the girl I pray I really good and never me and I don't know.
Your love it drives me crazy. And you know that you're my baby. So why you keep giving me hell? Oh well, no hurry, go again. Girl, your love it drives me crazy.
About shop down a square and ridge. What you know about river? What you know about bridge? This I want a worldwide New York and big.
Jayu the front of runners, how we going out? Energy.
Mary Jobs, a lot of my place. Until Oberlin, that are my best. Have an conscience, me ever like that. So no worry about for me, I remind them. St. Mary Jobs, a lot of my place. Until Oberlin, that are my best. Have an conscience, me ever like that. So no worry about for me when you see me. From the top of the hill to the valley city, we gon' slide. Give a nigga enough rope and serve my go boy. Beans got the 9, Queens got the 4-5. In a real life, like no, yo. Back to the mission, I done linked up with my cousin. Live in the flesh, burner, got the buzz off. I ain't got nothing but love, that's how we show love. But if I fuck around now, I'm okay with the shovel. Then I see what I want, you know the whole place turn up. People dead all early morning, the thing corrupt. Straight to the arrow, now bending, now borrow. And it's so sad to tell you that there ain't no tomorrow. Sand in the glass of an hour, lose your life in a minute while it's kicking and it's clicking like a power. He done lost his brain, the whole marrow. Eyes like a sparrow, stay focused on whatever. Anything moving too clever to my cheddar. Just another situation, I gotta settle. I'ma always know that I gotta do better.
Yingling's my choice too. I ain't going front. Large up Richard Daly every time.
Mary Jobs, a lot of my place. Until Oberlin, that are my best. Have an unconscious
Rest in
peace. Until Oberlin, that are my best. What you know about shop, don't steer. What you know about river, what you know about bridges. I want the worldwide, New York and big. From Florida to Canada, Jamaica. St. Mary Jobs, a lot of my place. Until when you see me, from the top of the hill to the valley city, we gon' slide. Give a nigga enough rope and serve my cold boy. Got the 9, Queens got the 4-5. In a real life, like no, yo. Back to the mission, I done linked up with my cousin. Live in the flesh, burner, got the buzz out. I ain't got nothing but love, that's how we show love. But if I fuck around now, I'm walking with a shovel. Then I see what I want, you know the whole place turn up. People dead all early morning, the thing corrupt. Straight to the arrow, now bending, now borrow. And it's so sad to tell you that there ain't no tomorrow. Sand in the glass of an hour, lose your life in a minute while it's kicking and it's clicking like a power. He done lost his brain, the whole marrow. Eyes like a sparrow, stay focused on whatever. Anything moving too clever to my cheddar. Just another situation, I gotta settle. I'ma always know that I gotta do better. So I'ma always keep my meditation one level. Yeah, St. Mary Jobs, a lot of my place. Until Oberlin, that are my best. Have an conscience, me ever like that. So no worry about me, I remind them. St. Mary Jobs, a lot of my place. Until Oberlin, that are my best. Have an conscience, me ever like that. So no worry about me when you see me. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Better you getting it yourself or you ain't getting no help. Now I'm playing the cards that I'm built. You don't know what I felt. I done see bodies drop to the dirt, and I don't wanna see another murder. Every day and I the glean of Jamaica observe. Every day them keep pushing me further. One thing for sure, me know two for certain. They wanna lock us up behind iron curtain. Billing more they ain't never gonna value my word. No more freedom to move as we were. I promise these waves of life I'm gonna serve. All fun and games till somebody get hurt. Or even worse, now somebody head burst. Living these days is crazy, I swear. St. Mary Jobs, a lot of my place. Until Oberlin, that are my best. Have an conscience, me ever like that. So no worry about me, I remind them. St. Mary Jobs, a lot of my place. Until Oberlin, that are my best.
Rolling out with energy, ladies and gentlemen.
Me ever like that.
This one here right now is Runway. It's Paul Anthony, all right? It's Army Gideon.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I want them call him this for Army Gideon, alongside Paul Anthony. Reggae soldiers. Judgment, no. Run, you run. Run, you run, hey. Show them afraid of the judgment day. And when the goose niggas come around, all be chat off, he start second down. I'll take a blow from and one still bearing arms, and them where we reprobate. Deaths and scars shall be your reward. All those who scoff at the magistrate. and evil get dilapidated till the point you can't equate. I'll be straight naturally. Run, you run, run, you run away. Big song. Yes, sir. I'm beginning alongside Paul Anthony. Reggae.
Got a runway.
Run you.
It's a big one. I love it.
Shoot them free of the judgment day. And when the goose niggas come around, all beat chat off, he start settle down. The dog way up his one wall take a blow. From trumpeter sound praise, Jah make a shout. Cause from judgment I go reap, I'm loving Jah mercy seat. So bad mind delete out my database. They say don't be alarmed, while still bearing arms. And they my hypocrites where we reprobate. No stripes and scars shall be your reward. All those who scoff at the magistrate, and evil get dilapidated till the point you can't equate. I'll be straight naturally. Run you.
Got large up J Will.
Run you, run up.
Large up myself Jayot. J Bass, B Will. Careful Gates, Vinny. Hey Hope.
Run you, run. Run you.
Big up myself Amani.
Shoot them free of the judgment day.
Think I'm losing my religion. Jaja, can you talk to me now? Give me the guidance and strength. Will you walk with me now? I'm praying for better days. Still there's so much trouble in this world. I'm have to survive in the struggle, facing racism, classism, fascism. Mentally, my people living in prison can't tell the difference between what is true and what isn't. If something happened, I did it. Reality is just a figment. I'm best I make we run them away, fire burn them away. When them reach us high and get the Almighty, I got turn them away. I feel tough like soldier in the Gideon, we say, as the trumpets play, I turn for the judgment day. Aye.
Run you run away. Shoot them free of the judgment day. Run you run away. Shoot them free of the judgment day. While we are torment, no. In a drought and famine, pray for your atonement. The wicked are go bad for your atonement, no. In a drought and famine, wait till the trumpet sound.
Yes, man, it's my time to get up out of here again. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. It is that time. Again, remember, if you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, remember to do so. We're available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast. We are there. Subscribe. It's no cost to do so. We talk to some great people, listen to some great music. It is Homegrown with G. Cole. Hit us up also on social media at My G. Cole, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. All right? Always got a vibe, always got an energy. Shout outs all day. All day. Large of myself, Rubber Ranks Radio. Large of myself, Mikey Hype. You know what I mean? Large of myself, Super Jams team. All right, my Party FM fam. Everybody. Hype City in the building. I got to go. All right. Much love to y'all. Keep it moving.